Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم الصراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
We have that video right up. Thank you for your patience. You all look so beautiful. Thank you for coming out. The next video will be playing shortly. Thank you.
Try to do all kinds of things to me and think I'm a quick minister. Get out of here, man. I'm a soldier built armored truck.
That's right.
Hard like an armadillo. Minister Pharaoh running through my blood.
Hey, son!
Kill your job if you hate, kill your job. You can look me in my eyes, see I'm ready for it all. Anything don't kill me, make me better. I ain't dead, you can take the fame and the cheddar and the game and the deal. I'm still a go-getter. Take my freedom for the moment, but it ain't over. I got the spirit of a gun, heart of a killer. I'm a king, seen hanging with some cold killers. I ain't never back down or ran from no. I ain't sat down yet, here to stand and go really. Even if I'm all alone, I stand and pose and tell them jump. Tripping, they don't get no real. I find now with the soul of a 6'4". I separated the face, paralyzed from the waist down. From the real stand-up guys of the A-town. Can't even look me in my eyes, put your face down. I'm out of jail, what you gotta say now? Motivation, faking only gonna inspire. Motivation, all you hate is fuel to my fire. Motivation, plotting on the crown, so just motivation. Hey, but I ain't slowing down and I ain't stopping. Motivation, don't stop my show. Motivation, you know I don't stop, I grow. Motivation, sucker can't make me suffer, just make me strong and make me tough. Motivation in a box against happiness, see. Put anybody on top, any rapper but T. I be back to reality, G. OD still carrying me. I ran this, spread your rumors, kick all your little dumps. Tell lies, laugh about the time that I'm gon' get. Make you feel better, picture me over and done with. Come with all the gossip you can come with. Small thing to a giant, I can overcome this. Jail, I done done this, rap I'm just having fun with. I could be a local joker, never had one hit. New finish alone to get me dumb rich. Why these rappers selling records getting pennies? If Graham Hustle sell any, I'ma get plenty. If God with me, who can be against me? Sucker can't make me suffer, just make me suffer. Motivation is thinking only gonna inspire. Motivation, all you hating is fuel to my fire. Motivation, plotting on the crown, so just motivation. Hey, but I ain't slowing down and I ain't stopping. Motivation.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
In the name of Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, 9,000 miles to save me and everyone on this planet. I further bear witness that the humble Elijah Muhammad is the living exalted Christ, and he is alive in full power on the wheel. And I further bear witness that he left us with a beautiful comforter. He is the spirit of truth that's come to guide us into all truth, also known as the Messiah, the man of God today, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It is in their names and our ancestors' names that I would like to greet you, our beautiful family, in our Arabic language of Assalamu Alaikum.
Walaikum salam,
Salam,
sister.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Walaikum salam, Sister Queen.
Walaikum salam. We'd like to welcome everyone out tonight. We appreciate you joining us here on Prayer and Fasting. And we're going to get into the review part 4 of the Swan Song. So before we do that, we want to just give a little bit of background of the program tonight and hope that you enjoy it. Just straight out of the gate, we just want to say all of us are sinners over here. No one is better than anyone else. So we want to make sure that that's clear, that no one is being held high and others being put down. Some of us were actually, as the minister told us in the Swan Song, some of us, we were just drowning in our sea of sin. Why? Because sin is so easy today. It's songs about it, it's TV shows, it's everywhere. It's so easy to sin. It takes a little bit more discipline to do what's right. So when God, being who he is, as magnificent as he is, he gave to us through his mouthpiece, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a word of encouragement to do right. When Minister Farrakhan said to us and called us out as fake Muslims and fake Christians back in 2019 on Day of Atonement, Brother Abdul Malik took it personal. Now, some of us heard it and we just kept going about our life, but he took it personal. Why? Because he is Minister Farrakhan's top fisherman for the last 17 years out in these streets. Now, before that, he was the top fisherman in the Valley of the Beast for 12 years. That being said, he shows his love for the nation, his love for Minister Farrakhan by fishing. So, when he took it personal, what he decided to do was he began to move himself from the depths of the sea sin, to the middle of the ocean, or maybe to the shoreline, if you want to say the shallow end, because he put on the mask of oxygen that Minister Farrakhan gave us, which is the two powers that are found that Satan cannot defeat, as he taught Brother Abdul Malik while he was sitting there for 12 years. And that's found in the powers of prayer and fasting. So Brother Abdul Malik began to bow down and said, the minister is right. I have not been doing what I'm supposed to be. I have been, sort of fake. So he bowed down 5 times a day, every day. He began to fast every weekend, 72 hours. That's a prescription, prayer and fasting. So Satan began to leave him a little bit at a time, degree by degree. And as he got further out the deep sea of sin, he said, what about my brothers and sisters? See, this is a nation man over here, Brother Abdul Malik. He's a nation man. He said, what about my brothers and sisters? So he said, let me go back into the deep ocean. This time going with oxygen tank and some masks. He came after each one of us to save us, to rescue us, our deepest sin. I know I was in that deep, 30 years deep. So yeah, I can say that. I've been over here in prayer and fasting for 105 weeks. Came kicking and screaming. I almost drowned him, almost put him back in the deep end. So
Allah
I can
Akbar.
say that.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. So by him starting to come back to get us, some of us was fighting. When you fighting the person that's coming to save you, you can almost drown them. So why he said, hold on, I got 2 fights on 2 fronts. Some people over here fight me. Those who are coming out willingly, somewhat dragging. We put them over here safely in a boat. So like an ark. Yeah, it's called prayer and fasting. So let me put them over here while there's others I'm still fighting. I still got to go back and get more. Let me get more. It's called fishing, people. Is what he's doing. He's fishing people because he loves the mission. He loves, Minister Farrakhan has been commissioned to make the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's commission known, which is to save the 17 to 40 million, each one of us. So as he did that, time went by, he said, you know what? Let me just continue to help my people. 40 weeks was in deep before he started prayer and fasting. Now we're here today. It's 125 weeks for him. So just to give you an example of how much he loved each one of you. See, this is like the ER. You get an ambulance, bring you to the emergency room. They say oblige, then put you in the regular part of the hospital. Prayer and fasting is the ER for the big hospital called the Nation of Islam, because we all sick. Okay, we've been made sick by open enemy. So I'm gonna get out the way and let you all hear some of the testimonies of some of the believers who he gave an oxygen mask and they took it. The oxygen mask is the prescription called prayer and fasting given to us by Uncle Mr. Louis Farrakhan, administered by his top fisherman, Brother Abdul Malik Muhammad. So we're going to ask Brother Saladin 7X, if you could please turn your camera on, open your microphone, and give us your testimony, please, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Give her a warm round of applause. She got out.
Walaikum salam. Allahu Akbar.
Go ahead.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
And
Akbar.
black woman.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum, family. All
Salam.
praise is due to Allah. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we give thanks and praise to Allah for allowing us to be in this day and time to stand with his representative, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, as he worked to resurrect the entire Black nation and the entire world. He is definitely that comforter and he is that guide for us to get back on the right path. I am Brother Saladin 7X from the NYC, and I have the pleasure of being a part of this amazing prayer and fasting family, which has been truly a blessing. This is not Disney World, but this is a place where all dreams come true. Because I was a brother who was suffering from diabetes very bad for over 30 years. I tried everything out there, every supplement, every program, and I tried fasting, everything, but nothing seems to work for me until I ran across amazing brother Abdul Malik, and I thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because he is our commander in chief. He is controlling everything, and he is in control of this platform. And in his infinite wisdom, he told Brother Abdul Malik, which was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, top fisherman, he said, brother, keep your fish. And I don't know if Abdul Malik fully understood at the time when he said that, but he said, keep your fish. And by him allowing to gather his net and bring people closer to the formula of prayer and fasting, and by keeping his fish, we was able to establish this amazing platform, which have changed so many people's lives. And you will hear the testimonies of so many different people in every different area. This platform is touching people's lives in Cuba, Jamaica, Africa, Canada, every state in America, all around the world, because people finally is getting a hold of the formula that's been laid out for us from the beginning of time. But some of us, like myself, is just getting this formula and putting it together, which is prayer and fasting based on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaching. So with that, my diabetes was out of control for over 30 years. Once I ran across Abdul Malik, and he said, brother, I want you to try something out. And I tried it. And within less than 4 weeks, my numbers of my diabetes started regulating normal. Because I was a person who used to wake up in the morning and my sugar diabetes was over 300 every morning. Even when I fast, I went to the doctor one time. I said, I don't know why my sugar is so high. I didn't eat anything for the last 12 days. And they just said, well, that's the suffering, or that's your situation that's going to never change. This is what these doctors tell us. But when Abdul Malik said, brother, if you pray and fast, put it together, you will have success. And within 4 weeks, my numbers started getting better. Because what we do here, family, and we're inviting everybody around the world to come to success, come to what is good for you. What we do here, we stop eating Thursday night. We do not eat again until Sunday night. And between Thursday night and Sunday, we only drink water, coffee, and tea. Because if you want success and change, you have to have discipline. And the most important thing about our program we have here, we make 5 daily prayers and more daily. Because this is not the Jim Craig diet. This is not Weight Watching program. This is putting together a law program and God program, the combination of prayer and fasting. So after a while, I went back to my doctor, and my doctor said, well, let's do some blood work to just see that it's not no rare fluke that's going on. My doctor ran the blood pressure, and she said, wow, your sugar diabetes is really under control. So my doctor said, well, I don't want to give you, all this good news right away. She said, come back and we're going to run some more tests. And when I came back and ran more tests, the doctor dropped the charter and tail and said, wow, this is a miracle. Your diabetes, you'll have no more diabetes. And she said the medicine started just finally kicking in after 30 years. I said, no, doctor, I stopped taking that medicine a long time ago. And that's why Allah blessed me with curing my diabetes. And not only that, it blessed other members in our family My mother with cancer, with stage 4 cancer. She went from stage 4 cancer to stage 3, didn't have to do the chemotherapy. So we have a formula for success, family, and we invite you to it. But it's not going to change now unless you take the step. You have to take the first steps to make changes in your life. And we're inviting you to a formula that works. Prayer and fasting, the foundation to success. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Wa alaikum salam. Give a round of applause.
Salam. Allahu Akbar.
Alaikum salam, Black God. Allahu Akbar.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Arlisha, can you please unmute yourself, ma'am, and give people your testimony? And please start with your weeks. How many weeks you've been praying and fasting?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. This is my
Black.
this is my 72nd week of prayer and fasting.
Allahu Akbar.
And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody and thank Allah in the person of Master Muhammad for giving us this, and for Brother Abdul Malik for giving us this platform of prayer and fasting. I've been praying and fasting again for 72 weeks. I've had diabetes for 16 years. I was diagnosed in 2004. And that is something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. It was a very tedious and such a annoyance, a nuisance on me, on my body personally. Taking the medication, it was not good for me. Trying to eat the 3 meals a day, which I didn't want to do. And it was something that was going against what I was known to do, because I had discipline prior to that. I mean, I developed diabetes in the Nation of Islam. I mean, how can that happen? That was only by me being rebellious and not doing what I was supposed to be doing. So with the prayer and fasting, I was invited in October of 2020 by Sister Sandra Tuick, our secretary at the time. She invited me, and I came on, and I thought this was such an amazing platform that I could jump right on in. I mean, head first. So this has been a wonderful platform for me. It's given me back the discipline. It's established for me the willpower and the tenacity to maintain and help to remove the diabetes from my body. Going back to the eat to live and striving to eat the 1 meal a day and doing the prayer and fasting together, because you can't do it without. It has to be both, not one, not the other, but both. You have to have both in order to be successful. Within 2 months of me being here in October, in December, I went to my doctor and she said I didn't have diabetes anymore. So all praise be to Allah. I'm so thankful and grateful of this platform. I'm thankful and grateful for the afternoon.
Allahu Akbar.
Sister Alicia, can you tell me the most you've ever waited? So you saying that you were here for 2 months?
Yes,
and you did what? And you prayed, and you did what kind of praying? What kind of fast? You mean you were walking around making du'as? So tell us about it. Break it down.
I prayed 5 times a day. I was back on my prayers 5 times a day. I wasn't standing up. I was doing the actual rakas. I was doing the prostrations and everything. And that was so rewarding. It just helped me develop my closer relationship with Almighty God Allah and the person of Master Muhammad. Eating, going without food every 3 days. So from Thursday to Sunday, I was only drinking coffee, tea, and water and nothing else. I wasn't eating anything. So it helped me to lose the weight faster. My highest weight was 264 pounds. I am now down to 118.
Whoa, 100. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Allahu Akbar.
Wait a minute. 264 to 118.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, you lost a whole person. Praise be to Allah. Thank you. Lost your weight and diabetes. That's beautiful. Thank you.
I didn't even tell y'all about my asthma. I have asthma too, and I haven't had to use my inhaler for a while now. So all praise be to Allah. I believe since October of maybe 2021.
Allahu Akbar. Praise be
Allahu
to Allah.
Akbar.
Thank you, Sister Alicia. Beautiful, beautiful job. That's
All
awesome.
right, God.
Praise be to Allah. Sister Antoinette Muhammad, could you please unmute yourself and share your testimony? She did not. I was going to call her about out. You see her look on her face. She's so beautiful.
I didn't know this was coming. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Father Muhammad. I further bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is the exalted Christ, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a divine reminder in Jesus in our midst. I greet everyone with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Beautiful.
Black Queen.
This will be my 53rd week, consecutive week of prayer and fasting.
Allahu Akbar.
It's been nothing short of a blessing, and I had pre-diabetes. I was pre-diabetic, diagnosis pre-diabetic. No longer that. I had hypertension. No longer have that. My kidney function was being affected by all of that. Those numbers, that's no longer a problem. All my numbers are normal. As of this past fall, I found from my doctor, had a physical. Went from 152, well below 120. And the aches in my joints are all gone. And also, in addition to the physical corrections, I'm also losing a lot of mental hang-ups as well. So when you do this, you're going to not only shed physical pounds, lose ailments, but you're also going to find you're going to be losing a lot of mental pounds that are holding you back and limiting you. I have to give all praises due to Allah for this wonderful tool, prayer and fasting. I thank our brother Abdul Malik Muhammad, for taking this up, because for that reason, I'm seeing things happen in my life that I have never seen take off before. So this hits a lot of notes. All praises are due to Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So just for clarity. So you lost being pre-diabetic, you lost hypertension, you lost 40-some pounds, you lost your kidney issue. All that in hold on, that happened in how much time? How many weeks?
53 consecutive weeks.
And just over a year. Allahu Akbar. Give a round of applause. She's shining, y'all. Allahu Akbar. Beautiful testimony.
Allahu Akbar, sis. Allahu
Praise
Akbar.
be to Allah. That's awesome.
Allahu
Brother.
Akbar.
Yes, sir. Brother Fatir, are you here? Brother Fatir.
Alaikum, family.
Walaikum salam, sir. Could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, ma'am, sister, beloved sister. All praise due to Allah. I've been fasting for 105 weeks.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
105 weeks. And that's the elephant. When I met Brother Abdul Malik through praying and fasting, we was talking on the telephone, and he sold me a couple of masks and everything with the crescent moon and star. I had told him I had prostate cancer. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer of October 18th of 2018, and I accept praying and fasting October 18th, the same day of 2019. And he introduced me to Brother Ron X. I was 223 pounds. Now I'm 169 pounds. And
whoa, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest. Allahu Akbar.
Being diagnosed with a large mass on my prostate and found out it was cancer, it was devastating for me. And so when I met Brother Abdul Malik, I was going through a lot of trials and struggle of me passing out, losing blood, thinking I'm doing number 2 and doing number 1 when it's backing up, and fainting. And so when he introduced me to Brother Ron X, who was in the Dismal Crips with me and him as well, he told us about EBC 46 bushberry from Australia. And as I was praying and fasting, I started getting some healing. But when I took the EBC 46, it actually shrunk the mass on my prostate. And I no longer have it no more. And I'm able to focus. I'm able to see clearly. And I do not pass out. I do not bleed more than my own wife. It was just really devastating that I had to go through that. But the purification of getting the antidote from Brother Abdul Malik and Brother Ron X has saved my soul. And I've crossed over from death to life 7 times, and 7 represent perfection. So when I was dying in hell and overcame all struggles in my life before I accepted the praying and fasting, Allah has shown me the way and the light by the life-giving teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I wouldn't be here today. And one of my hells is when I went to federal prison in 1998, which was clear evidence. And I got out in 2006. And when I got out, I reported to the local study guide where I returned. I was born and raised in Chicago for 17 years of my life on the west side of Chicago. And when I got out in 2006, I reported to the local study guide in Rock Island, Illinois. And I seen some things, and I know that how I was raised from the teacher, the Messiah, in the dismal crypt. I seen that they weren't doing what the nation's supposed to be doing. So I had disassociated myself from them in 2012 because a lot of hypocrisy and so forth. And then Brother Malik came on the scene, and I'm here today, and I thank them two brothers, and I thank our Messiah, and I know what the Messiah went through, having prostate cancer. I mean, it's really devastating, you know, and I thank Allah that I'm here. My wife, she's a witness. My children, my older children and young children, they seen their dad in a predicament that I was dying, and I owe my life to Brother Abdul Malik, and I owe my life to Brother Ron X, and most definitely I owe my life to the life-giving teaching Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Minister Farrakhan. And brothers and sisters, hear me say the things I say about Abdul Malik, and I defend him in certain things. When I hear gospel and slander, I'm the Abakar of Brother Abdul Malik. I'm fearless. You know, the Navy SEALs trained me to kill, and so I was a killer, you know, and now I'm a healer of my testimony. I love y'all, family. Assalamu alaikum.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Praises to Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
We love you too, brother.
Love you too.
That's beautiful. Sister Cheryl, would you please unmute yourself, ma'am, and give us your testimony? Beautiful.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes, ma'am. I've been with prayer and fasting this is my 82nd week.
Allahu Akbar.
I started the 3-day fast for 3 months, and then I increased my fast to 4 days a week for 18 weeks. And then my highest weight, I have to begin, my highest weight when I started was 230 pounds. And after losing some weight, I talked to Brother Abdul Malik, our mentor and friend, and he encouraged me to increase my fasting. So I increased it. I did 4 days a week for 10 weeks. And then I did 6 days a week for 18 weeks. And I went from 230 pounds down to 135 pounds. And I also,
She threw somebody away. Yeah, she threw somebody away.
Yes, ma'am. And I also increased my prayers to praying more than 5 times a day. So that's my
because every time I ask you to do something,
Okay, yes, ma'am. I just wanted to ask you a quick question before you leave us, to show you such a beautiful testimony, because I want people to understand. Are you a registered member of the Nation of Islam?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
So wait a minute. So you're not in the Nation of Islam, but you picked up what book did he quote that fasting from?
How to Eat to Live.
How to Live, written by who?
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
So wait a minute, let me get this straight. You following the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's program called How to Live, but you're not even in the nation. Okay, I just want to make sure that's clear. You have done a beautiful job. We love you. You make a great contribution over here. Give a round of applause, Sister Cheryl.
love you. Allahu Akbar.
Beautiful shining example.
That's beautiful. Brother Samuel and your beautiful wife, Margaret, would you please open your microphone and give us your 1-2 punch? The couples over here. We got beautiful couples over here giving you a testimony, Brother Samuel and Sister Margaret.
All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah. I was first diagnosed. First, let me tell you this. This is my 48th week of praying and fasting. All praise is due to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
In 1995, In 1995, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and they began to put me on a regimen of medication where at one time I was taking as much as 6, 7 different medications for my condition. 48 weeks ago, Brother Abdul Malik came into our study circle on Friday evening and invited me to the prayer and fasting session, which I didn't attend that following week, but I skipped a week. Then I came in and saw the believers on prayer and fasting. So I was somewhat impressed, but I wanted to give it a once over for myself. So I began to pray and fast 3 days a week, every Thursday through Sunday. As a result of that, today, I have no high blood pressure. I got rid of all my medications. My highest weight was 180 pounds. My weight now is 135. All praise is due to Allah.
Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Oh, Akbar.
Akbar.
Sister Margaret? do you have
Yes,
something?
ma'am. Yeah, I came into prayer and fasting because my husband started first. And my highest weight was 180 pounds. And I'm at my 37th week of praying and fasting.
Allah.
I wasn't on any medication or anything like that, but I really needed to lose weight. And I just, going through this pandemic and everything, I was really stressed out. Praying and fasting has really helped me to be a much calmer person, and to just get through things, because I lost a lot of people during this pandemic. It had really affected me. So.
And how much weight what is your weight now, if you don't mind us asking, please, ma'am? So the people
My weight now is 153.
Oh, wow. Praise be to
Yes,
Allah.
ma'am.
How much a
Praise
powerful
be to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. We love you all. We appreciate you all. Beautiful couple. Now, let me just ask you, Brother Sam, you sure you didn't have no green salad, nothing like that? You had no smoothie? Was he cheating, Sister Margaret? That he did he had nothing on the weekends at all?
No, he's really good. I'm telling you. He helped me.
Man, praise
No smoothies. I wait till after the fast is over.
Oh,
okay.
Praises be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Sister Isis. Ma'am.
Sister Majida, can I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
say this? Yeah, when he first brought this to me about his prayer, I was like, no, I can't do that. But yeah, I can do it. Anybody can do it if I can do it.
Go ahead, black woman.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Very encouraging.
To Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Sister Isis, could you please unmute yourself, ma'am, and give us your testimony? A few more to go, then continue with the program. Sister Isis, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Wa alaikum salam.
So, basically, I have been in prayer and fasting for about 11 weeks.
Wow. Beautiful.
Allahu Akbar.
And I was actually introduced to prayer and fasting because I was actually going through a lot. And I'm usually like the strong person, in my family and the strong person in the group, but it just seemed like whatever I was going through was overtaking me. So they said, you know what, I got something for you. So they introduced me to prayer and fasting. And then I was introduced to Brother Malik, who basically told me, basically about what he's doing there and what he's doing with the program. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and try this. And since I tried it, I was hooked on it because even though I'm a praying woman and I was already in my prayers and I was already in my fasting, once I actually joined prayer and fasting, I got more deeper into prayer and fasting. And that helped me to get more closer to God. And now I was able to hear him because it had got to the point I really wasn't able to hear what he was saying to me. And now that I hear him, I've got more discipline in the things that was trying to overtake me. Certain habits had started creeping up again, and I got stronger, and I was able to start resisting those habits that pretty much had me stuck in bondage. So I'm free for that. You know, my weight has started fluctuating and staying at a steady pace. I was never over 125 pounds, and my weight had went up to like maybe 153. You know, just by all the stress and everything that I was going through. But since I've been praying faster and got more discipline, you know, with God, you know, that has my weight has gone back down to where it needs to be. I no longer feel the pressures, you know, that I was feeling, and I've increased my fast. I don't even fast for 3 days. I've increased my fasting now to like 5 days. You know, nobody ever knew that, but that's what I've been doing. You know, and I thank God, you know, for Brother Malik and what he's doing, and I thank God for being introduced to this, and I'm going to stick with it because it definitely does work.
Go ahead, give it up for the black woman.
All praise to Allah. Allahu
Awesome.
Akbar.
Praise be to Allah. We have one last person, Sister Yulin. Are you here, please, ma'am? Can you unmute yourself, Sister Yulin?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, beautiful.
Walaikum salam.
Can you please give us your testimony?
Yes. My name, everyone, is Yulin. I'm happy to say that after a 2-year journey, I have finally earned my X, and I am working on my enrollment, so I will be a registered member of the Nation of Islam.
Allahu Akbar.
Congratulations.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
You know, here I was on Facebook, and I just randomly chose a country, and I just chose a country that's called Xique, Xique, Xique. I don't even know where the country is. Before I know it, I'm getting all these friend requests from the Nation of Islam. All these years I've been looking for members, and I'm like, I'm on my way. I'm learning, meeting all the people, teaching me about how to eat to live and everything. And I was so mesmerized by the book. And I'm saying, why have I been waiting so long? This is what I need to do. In March of 2020, oh my goodness, my doctor told me that he noticed an enlarged heart valve, right? And then I can't believe it. COVID came out, and then they couldn't do the tests on me because the cardiologists were not open. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's an enlarged heart valve. I'm going to die. And then I went and I saw my doctor, and they said that my knees are bad, that they said that someone like me should be walking with 2 canes. I said, 2 canes? I've never seen anyone walking around with 2 canes before. So I need to make a change. Then in September of 2020, unfortunately, I had a minor coronary heart attack. I couldn't believe it. My blood pressure was 300/90. I'm lucky to be alive. I don't know what happened, but I knew I needed to make the changes. So the more members that I met, the first member, he first of all told me about an Athan prayer app. I said, I need to be following this guidelines. I need to have the ding ding ringer, getting down and praying to God, because something is really going on with my life, and I don't want to be in jeopardy, especially during a pandemic, and not being able to have a doctor see me. So I made the necessary changes. Then I started learning about the prayer and fasting, and I was just like, I can do this. And it has really enhanced all aspects of my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, in the sense that if I can make it through this, I can do anything. And look now, as I have my picture ready, I'm completing my forms, and I'm feeling great. I'm thinking, this is the perfect timing, and Allah is certainly watching over me. And now I don't have a fear. Those doctors, they're trying to tell me, oh, we want you to take this blood pressure medication. They're telling me, oh, I need to go and take this heart medication and all of that stuff. No, I started exercising every day, religiously, lifting weights and everything like that. And I was surprised that I lost about 30 pounds. 30 pounds. I've been doing it after 20 weeks. I lost 30 pounds. I took the jeans. I tried the jeans on. They were falling off. And I'm just like, whoa, I need to keep going. And like everyone said, this is a lifestyle. This is not something that you do just for a temporary period. I am making the changes today that are going to help me for the rest of my life, because I have a bright future ahead of me in the Nation of Islam. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All
praises are due to Allah.
Black woman,
Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
Oh,
Akbar.
Oh,
That's
now.
awesome. Yes, sir. Brother Abdul Malik, the floor is yours. We have all been just showing you gratitude and thanking you for hosting this, for founding this, for starting this prayer and fasting to give us the oxygen we needed. That the minister gave us a prescription. We thank you for having the courage to step out there to the water. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Lake Islam. Oh, pray. Man, give Majida and all of the people who gave their testimony a warm round of applause.
All praise.
Were you not entertained? Were you not entertained?
Yes, sir.
I was entertained by the Black woman and the believers and all you wonderful people who gave your testimony. You got an A+ from me. May Allah continue to bless all of you. But allow me to open in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, the one God who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi. I forever give thanks to Allah for his intervention in our affairs and raising one from among our midst of the caliber of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the exalted Christ. I continue to thank Allah and his messenger, whom I never saw before. I never met Master Farad Muhammad, and I never met the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But I did meet a student, principal student of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I never physically met him. I met him in the belly of the beast when I was playing Jonah.
Yes, sir.
And I saw a tape. He was in Atlanta. It was the tape probably in 1991 or somewhere around there, where they had the World Series going and they had the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speaking. There was 60,000 people who came to see the World Series. And there was 60,000 people who came to hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You had 120,000 people within feet from each other. I saw that tape. The very first time I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, they asked me, did I believe that these teachings was right and exact? I raised my hand. They asked me, would you like to learn more about these teachings and take it back to your family? I raised my hand. 1 + 1 = 2, right?
All day.
Yes, sir.
Then they asked me, would you like to join on so that you can get these teachings? Because they're behind the glass window, but you had to come on this side of the window to get it. I raised my hand. That was the very first time I ever heard this man speak. I ever heard this man at all. I ever seen his face physically, ever. And I joined the Nation of Islam. And here is the product. from that man. That majestic man I speak of is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is the Messiah in these days and times. How do you know he's the Messiah, Brother Abdul Malik Muhammad? Because when I met that man, I was blind, and now I see. Assalamu alaikum is their names that I greet you in the greeting words of peace.
Walaikum salam. dear
Walaikum
sir.
salam. Allah
Walaikum salam, sir.
Allah. You know, I wanted to give you all these testimonies, and I want to watch my students at this time that are under prayer and fasting do this without me. And they really showed up and showed out, because we have something called the spiritual dojo. We're in the spiritual dojo every week, at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I wanted to see how they give their testimonies, because they've been trained to give their testimonies, because the scripture says that the only way you're going to defeat the dragon and his angels is by the blood of the lamb. The lamb is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It ain't, it's the messenger. That is the messenger.
That's right.
You need to study your lessons.
Yes, sir.
If you study your lessons, you wouldn't be trying to combat me about that. But I'm gonna wave you off. I'm gonna say it again. By the blood of the Lamb, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the word of their testimonies. Everyone who is watching this Zoom on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you at, you are affected by this. And you need to look into your family and say to them, Mama, you got diabetes. All I see is pills in the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. When I go in there to brush my teeth, I see all of this. These white folk killing you. You never got better. I saw some people on prayer and fasting. They better, Mama. Daddy, you got prostate cancer. You gonna die, Dad. The real question is, are you ready to die? Because if you ain't ready to die, Dad, I saw somebody who had prostate cancer and they come up out that jam. I want to give you an opportunity to speak to the brothers and sisters over there. Mama, all my aunties, they got high blood pressure, cholesterol. Man, I got this for you. You can come over to prayer and fasting and if Mama, y'all done had strokes and everything in the house, Mama. Everybody, all your girlfriends had strokes, Mama. Over here, they ain't gonna be no strokes over there. They gonna show you how to come about that. That's what all of you across America should be doing for your family. Okay. Man, I can't pray and fast until you get sick. Till you get sick, then you gonna. Man, I ain't trying to be sick, man. I don't have cancer. I take the same herbs that the people who catch cancer and get cured. I take that herb and don't even have cancer. Why? Why are you taking? You ain't got it. For preventive measures. I'm proactive, not reactive. I don't want to catch it and then start taking it. No, I'm going to take it now so it will prevent anything from growing up. Because I used to buy bags of Doritos with all the chemicals in it that will develop cancer in me. I used to eat them every hour on an hour. I used to eat all of the stuff, the cupcakes and stuff that got shelf life, that be on the shelf for 2 years and won't go bad because it got all the chemicals in there that gives you cancer over a period of time. I done it all. I used to eat the Snickers, you know, the Reese's Pieces and stuff, got all kind of chemicals in it, keep it on there for forever, keep it alive. Eat cancer. You know, I did everything. I ate the pork, I ate the beef, I ate the fish, all the chemicals that they put in there to blow stuff up. I got all of that in my bloodstream. This is why they ask you at 40, go get checked out. You go get 40, get checked out. You got prostate cancer, lung cancer, you got throat cancer, anal cancer, this cancer, damn, ovarian cancer, breast cancer. Damn, what's this? Jackpot or something? What is this? A setup? Why you tell us to go at 40? Because I told y'all to go get checked out at 40 because I know you a dumb nigga and you going to eat yourself to death. And then by the time you get to 40, all of the chemicals will be able to graduate because it takes time for it to graduate. You keep eating, the next thing you know, you get to 40, you graduate, and you earned all the cancer you got because you was destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So now here we go. Here's some medication. You got insurance, don't you? Come on in here. Let me chop your arm off. Give me a foot too. How much you charge? $200,000. I'll take it out the insurance. It's tax people's dollars. You ain't got to pay for nothing. Now you sitting there still. What you got? You got cancer? Come on in here. Let me sign you up. Give me your insurance card. I'm charge them $200,000. $200,000. And you gonna? Am I gonna live, doctor? Yeah, you gonna live. Don't worry. You die in 6 months. Take all the money. Do you black people really think of people who ain't gonna treat you right? Gonna teach you right? They're not even treating us right, man. You gotta back up. You gotta listen. We don't want to go and play church every week. We want to see some results. That's why the minister told me that. I used to wonder what he meant when he said, brother, keep your fish. I had no idea what that meant. I never knew what that meant because I was like, what I'm going to do with him? I'm FOI. What I'm going to do with him? But I didn't say that to the leader. I don't say that to the boss. I bow down to the boss.
That's right.
Don't get loud with the boss, man. I don't play with the boss. Yes, sir. No, sir. And I roll out. But I never knew. It took me years to realize what he meant. And this is what he meant. Show me what Allah can produce in you, Malik, if I allow you to keep not my fish, because you ain't mine. You the minister's fish.
Teach.
I'm his fish. My name is Abdul Malik, the servant of the king. He's the king. Oh, you can't God. Well, why does the scripture say that he had a name on his thigh and it was styled Lord of Lord, King of King? I don't want you to go and get a tattoo like some crazy fool in the penitentiary. Got tattoos on. I'm Lord of Lord and King King. I had a brother in the ranks that came to me. Look, what is this? I look, it was Lord of Lord and King King. That's who I am. I said, you ain't got no money though. Now you ain't king. But God, you make rain, hell, snow, and earthquake. Where the money at? I need take me out. Man, you Lord of Lord. That man got a tattoo on him. But the thing is, the minister Farrakhan is the door to your salvation.
That's right.
If all of you have been resurrected from the dead because of Abdul Malik, having Allah come through him, you know what I am? I am nothing more than the minister Louis Farrakhan in your face. So it wasn't Malik who did that. It was the minister Louis Farrakhan who did it. Because all I gave you is what he gave me. And the difference between me and most is I stood on you more because I am a businessman second, FOI first. So what I did is I monitored you like I would monitor my business to see if you grow. And when I saw something not looking good, I questioned it and I beat it up. And that's how you all got to where you are. I'm no different from any other minister in the Nation of Islam. Only difference is that I lead the pack. I don't let you go out by yourself. I go before you. So I test the water before you get in it. That's what makes me 125 weeks of praying and fasting.
Praise be
That's
to
why
Allah.
all praises be to Allah.
Allah.
Because I cannot do that and ask you to do that. Am I pure? No, I'm not pure at all. No, I'm a sinner like you. But I'm throwing stuff off, and it's getting better. You know, that's the only thing that makes me keep going forward, because I see progress in myself. That's the only reason you all are keeping steadfast in it, because you see, no one keeps coming back to the same vending machine and the thing is taking my money. I'm not gonna go in there and put $1 in there 2-3 times. I do 2-3 times because I'm a double fool. I done went in there. I want that dang on Snickers, and it turned around. I might get 3 on the last $1. After that third one, and they chung, and they all 3 stuck. And I go to kicking on that thing, bam, then you going to jail. I break out running, you know, but I never come back to that to that vending machine again. So Allah knows that about me, and he knows that about you. So the reason why me and you are steadfast in what we do is because he don't hold up my Snickers when I put my $1 in. He said, here, run. And I get my Snicker, not a literal Snickers, but it's just something as sweet as Snickers, because what he gives me mentally and spiritually is priceless. And that's what it's all about. All praises be to Allah. So everybody, this is about the swan song, because we're on part 4. And Sister Sandra, our beloved secretary here at Prayer and Fasting, the Foundation to Success. Are you there, ma'am?
I'm here.
Let's kick off like they do in the NFL and watch 2-3 hours or something and come out of there with nothing.
Oh, praise be to Allah.
Elijah.
Just one moment, please.
Elijah Muhammad, all that was in his mind was raising you and me up from where the white man put us. And if we keep thinking like we thought when we were in the street, you go back to doing the same thing that you did when you were in the street. So Jesus says in the scripture, behold, the dog, once clean, returns to his vomit. That's what happens when you walk away from this teaching. No, I gotta talk to you. I'm singing a swan song. Because if you don't change, death will find you soon. If you don't change, you're too comfortable in iniquity. We sin like we breathe. Damn. Sin has that effect on us. We don't even have a conscience anymore to say, oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. We sin and love it. That's why we keep going back to it. So I'm singing a swan song. Because the God that is on scene today is a God of truth and righteousness. And if you play a game with God, he will leave you where you are. I want you to listen carefully. But I thought you was going to tell us something about the Jews. Stop. I thought you were going to tell us something about the wall. I got it. Just try to be with me a little bit. We're losing ourselves. Look how many deaths Brother Ishmael has been to their funeral and gave them comforting words. I got some witnesses here. I got a big one right in front of me. We didn't have deaths in the nation. Every now and then somebody would die. And when somebody died, the whole nation was shocked. What? I'm not trying to be funny, but this is the truth. The way Master Fard Muhammad taught us, when we followed his teachings exactly, we didn't need medical insurance. How to eat to live was our medical insurance. We didn't go to the hospital except in an emergency. We always had a shine on our face, looking clean and beautiful. Sin burdening your mind because it's not natural to sin. For the devil, it's natural to lie, steal, and cheat. But you are not made like that. So when you and I go to acting the fool, it shows up in our skin. It shows up in our face. It shows up in our forehead. It shows up because that's not who you are.
All praise is due to Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Sultan Farrakhan just said, when you fall out the nation of Islam, you are living the scripture. Behold, the dog has returned to his vomit, like a fool has returned to his folly. Walk away from these teachings, you lose all consciousness that Allah utilized to get you to navigate through the pitfalls that Henry Berry said in 1833. We have, as far as possible, Virginia House of Delegations, we have, as far as possible, closed all avenues in which light can enter the slave's mind. And if we can extinguish their capacity to comprehend the light, then they will be reduced to the level of the beasts of the field, and then we will be safe. He said, let them go free. We closed it on them. How is he so sure? And he was before his time because they didn't let him go free till 30-something years later, 32 years later. This is 1833. We didn't get emancipated to go free until 1865. So he was before his time. He's saying the medication that I put the vaccine, mental and spiritual vaccine I put in them, they ain't never going to do nothing wrong. They're going to kill each other. They're going to be divided. I have made them into a cesspool of crabs in a barrel. I have made them refueling. Let them go. But they let them go. And then from 1865 to 2022, I said, I'm laying in the bed earlier this morning. I was like, ain't Henry Berry dead. But what he said was going to happen is real. You killing one another. You can't even accept these teachings. The minister said, you comfortable in your iniquity. You love it. You in the ranks dying. He said, man, we ain't never had no deaths like this. Because you in the ranks dying, because you do sin with impunity, meaning that you don't got no more self-accusing spirit, but you wearing the bow tie and the headpiece. I ain't talking about the dead who ain't in the ranks, because they dead anyway. What the hell? They still eat pork. They take vaccines. The hell, we shoot for them, but hell, what about us?
Yes, sir.
The minister ain't talking about nobody else. He's talking about us. That's why he made the oasis at the mosque for the believers. You got a guess or two, come on. But he didn't want nobody in there that was vaccinated.
That's right.
He wanted everybody who wasn't vaccinated. That's why he told the believers to come, fill up the seats. And we did. And we did. We sin like we breathe, he said. He said, iniquity is running rampant in the nation. Iniquity. Because the minister relaxed, punishing us like it used to be behind our ignorance. He's trying to see if you can fall in love with the actual God within you. That's why Jesus came. He said, I ain't come to change the law, but fulfill it. Because the law was obligations to us and will push us around, but we'll still be a hypocrite. He's saying that if you can get off of this, he's talking about the war. They talking about the war. If you can get to be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, this is a platform that takes us who are falling out the ranks, but you still want to be in the ranks. You out the ranks. Because you don't fast, you don't pray, you don't give nothing to do with this. You ain't fishing for nobody. You don't do nothing. This is your atmosphere, man. What the hell is wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, sisters? We got to transform our lives. He just gave a swan song. He said it wasn't even for him. We all went in there thinking that he's gonna go away. He said, no, this swan song ain't for me. This swan song is for you.
Yes, sir.
How many of you think you cleared? Come on, man. We gotta fight. He said, what about the war? What war? You talking about Ukraine and Russia? That's not a war. That's an illusion. The real war is the war in heaven, Armageddon, where Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. And that war is in your mind. That got you returning to the damn vomit like the dog. Satan winning the war in you. Then you so weak-willed that you won't even take time to pray and fast. He said, how to eat to live was life insurance.
Yes, sir.
You talking about, do you have insurance, life insurance? Yeah. How to eat to live cures 90% of all diseases. And prayer will do the other 10%, and you'll be walking through this life with none of this stuff happening to you. But the question is, how much has Henry Berry said about you to be true? Because some of you have told me to my teeth, man, I ain't ready for that. But you keep on eating. You know it's chemicals in these foods. You know you ain't healthy. You're not, and you still won't do it. You've been here for 20 years and 30 years. Man, it's sad. And I ain't trying to beat you up, but you need a beating. You do. You lost your self-accusing spirit. How do I know? Because I lost mine until Allah rescued me and brought me here. The self-accusing spirit is the messenger of Allah. Will a man knowingly murder the messenger of Allah? Each time you kill the self-accusing spirit that tries to guide, warn, reprove, and make you a better man, every time you kill that, you are actually murdering the messenger of Allah, which leads you to a mental death, a spiritual death, then an untimely physical death.
Yes,
Ishmael been running around the country preaching janazas. Some of us in them in coffins so fat it don't make no sense. Look like they poured you into the damn coffin.
Ooh.
Just disgusting. And you got a bow tie and a headpiece on, like looking like a walrus in there. Assalamu alaikum. You better fight. You better fight for your life, because this is disgusting. What do you think? You won't fish the people in? How you gonna fish the people in? Hell no. What I'm coming over there for, if that damn nation gonna do to me what it just did to your big fat butt in that damn coffin, I don't want that smoke.
Teach.
I don't want that smoke. Y'all got me messed up. Nation over there trying to set you up to be a big old fat person in the coffin. I smoke weed. At least I run around and drink, do something. At least I had some fun. Don't look like it's fun the way they looking in these coffins around here. It's disgusting, man. Fight for your life. Sister Sandra, proceed. This is the swan song. And all I'm doing is giving my 2 cents. Lord have mercy. Look at here. Where Asa at? Where you at, Asa? Come on out your hiding place. You ain't retired. The minister say down on your post.
Yes, sir. Sister Asa, please unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, Sister Asa, Sister Asa, they asked the minister, when you gonna retire? Hey, Asa, they say, minister, when you gonna retire? He said, I can't retire as ignorant as you Negroes is. What the hell I look like retiring?
Oh, we ought to all be glad for that.
I know. Ooh, tell me about it. And then he said, I don't retire no way because you die on your post.
Thank you. That's what you're supposed to do.
Now, in this book, How to Eat to Live, book 1 and 2, this is book 2, page 54. We've been hearing some flack from some people who don't want to fast and pray in high positions around here, talking about them. They're not doing the teachings of the Bothan, the Elijah, Muhammad, but they don't read the book. They don't fast. They don't pray. They don't read the books. They just walk around here thinking they're somebody, but you're nobody. And it manifests in just a minute. So now, since me and the prayer and fasting team, we eat one meal probably twice a week. And some of us eat once. We fast 72 hours to 96 hours, and sometimes they do more. But they said that that's not the teachings of the Most High Elijah Muhammad. That's some other teachings, some weird stuff. But I'm going to disabuse those people who think like that. I don't want to call no names out because the minister said kick butt, but don't call names. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let me show you some of these bright ones who bright in their own eyes. Sister Oz, I want you to read what the messenger said. Now remember, we fast 3 days a week. And let's see what the messenger said do. Come on, sister. I'll stop you when I need to.
How to eat to live. The people of Mars eat what their planet produces for them to eat, as the planet produced the people of Mars, and it produces the food that they eat. I do not know what the planet produces other than the people of Mars. If I could fly to Mars, I do not know whether I could say, Prepare fish, lamb, or chicken and have it prepared for me. Fast for 3 days. Fast for 3 times 3 days. Fast for 9 days or fast for 27 days.
Stop right there. Did the messenger just say fast for 3 times 3 days?
Yes, he did.
Did he say fast for 9 days?
Yes, sir.
Or fast for 27 days?
That is correct.
How many days in a month?
30 or 31.
So you telling me to fast for 27 days? Oh, I can't do that. I'll just do 3 days a week. Do 3 days a week. So it's 4 weeks, 3, 6, 9. That's 12 days a month. So we short by 15 days dealing with the messenger.
Lord have mercy.
So we did, but we are above fast for 3 days. We at least we do 12 days instead of 3. So we above that. We don't fast 3 times 3 days, which is 9 days, right?
Right.
We don't do the 9 day, we just do the 3 and come up off that heat. Because it's hot in the fiery furnace. It's hot down here with Meshach, Shadrach, and the bad nigga. It's hot in here. So we don't go 3 days, we go 12 days a month. But the messengers say you can go 9 days in a row if you want to. He also said that you can go 27 days in a month. We do 12. So we fall somewhere in between 3 days and 27 days doing 12. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so somebody in some high positions was talking about we doing some weird stuff. That's not the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's only because these books been on your shelf for the last 15, 20 years and you forgot.
No, they didn't read.
So now I'm trying to disabuse you. And hopefully next time you get it. So next time a bunch of believers come to you talking about what we're doing, you won't tell them they ain't following the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is the scripture talks about that in the Holy Quran and tells about how some people block people from Islam, blocked them from coming in. And that's what you did when you told all those people that that's not the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's not the fast that we do. Because you don't read. And it's very sad that you killed some people when you did that. And their blood gonna be on your hands. Come on, sister, keep reading.
Fasting is good for us. It gives our blood time to cleanse itself, and in so doing, it makes us think clearer.
Stop right there. Fasting is good for us. It cleanses us. Do you think here in the hells of America, where they have engineered foods that's giving everyone cancer like crazy in Black community, do you think it's good to fast 3 every week? Like the messenger said, the messenger is telling us to do this before all of this stuff even kicked off.
Yes,
do you think that what the messenger is saying is a lie? When he says it gives our blood times to cleanse, do you think that we need to fast every week to cleanse our blood, or do you think we should do it once a month?
Every week.
We should do it every week.
Every week.
Because this is that you got cancer. Some of our best men are dying from fatness. You're dying from fatness, getting your feet cut off, getting your arm cut off, your leg, and then cut your damn head off. God, this is ridiculous that we got these teachings and we ignore these teachings.
Yes, sir.
Read on, sis.
It gives our blood time to cleanse itself, and in so doing, it makes us think clearer. If you make a habit of fasting, you are not going to get sick.
Stop right there. Is fasting once a week for 125 weeks a habit?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking all of y'all, is that a habit?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Make it one.
21 days, you get a habit in 21 days.
Come on now. And if I have been doing this for 125 weeks in a row, am I doing what the messenger has instructed us to do?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Right.
Yes, sir. Right and exact, sir. Right and exact.
Sir.
Now, it ain't just me, it's hundreds of us who are affected by this teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He called them life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Think clearer makes us think clearer. Now we understand that food clogs our spiritual pipes because we got 9 systems in our body, and those 9 systems run on their own activity, and we have no thought of what it's doing when it's digesting, what it's doing when it's producing a baby, what it's doing when it's dealing with my kidneys, my lungs, my liver. We have no idea that is what it's doing when it's doing that, because it's its own system. It runs on its own axis. Only thing we have is a brain right here. So what we got to do to cease it is not to feed it, and then it will make us think clearer, and then we will be speaking like this, and you'll be able to raise the dead like Abdul Malik is doing today. But you got to open up your damn head and allow your head to control your 9 systems, so that your 9 systems won't be functioning because you didn't put a bunch of food in your stomach, and then your body can think clearer, and you can make more effective touches on the blind man, on the deaf man, on the one dumb, and the one who's dead. But you ain't gonna never do it if you don't stop eating your face off before you start speaking to the people.
Lord have mercy. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Gotta
Akbar.
do this.
Allahu Akbar.
Gonna lose. If you make a habit out of fasting, you are not going to get sick. I bear witness. Abstain from eating. If you're eating the right kind of foods, he said. You can fast, but when you eat again, you poison your body all over again. Good God Almighty.
Wow.
That's why I did not eat before I speak to God's people today, because I don't want no poison in my pipes while I'm talking to the people of God. I need to be purified so that God can speak to me and through me for the benefit of his people.
Yes, sir.
Can I get an amen?
Allahu Akbar. Amen.
Allahu Akbar. Amen.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Say it again.
Oh, praises be to Allah. Come on with the minister, Sister Secretary.
Oh, praises be to Allah. Thank you, Sister Azza, for the beautiful reading.
Beautiful.
Always.
Yes, indeed.
This
is my swan song today.
Inner life is what prepares you for your outer life. See, you lose yourself in your privacy. You lose yourself when you're alone with yourself, or you're alone with your partners in crime. You lose yourself. And then come out and act like you're better than what you are. But what you are in private is who you are.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Akbar. Real stuff.
This is why the 5 prayers a day is so significant, because you and me is some nasty people in our private life. Just nasty as we can get. But if you pray and fast, it will take your mind away from your nasty self and cleanse you as you go. That's why we pray 5 times a day. 5 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon, when the sun set, when right before we go to bed. Why is it broke up in these periods? Because Allah knows that you a sinner. And he knows that every time you pray, you cleanse a little bit of sins that you had within that little window of time between 5 a.m. and 12 in the afternoon. I know I didn't say something crazy after Fajr prayer, sometime probably about 10 o'clock. I lost my mind. Then I run right into 12 o'clock and he cleansed it away. And I know from 12 to 3:30, I didn't call somebody and said something crazy as hell. And then I know then Allah say, go on in the next one, get cleansed out when I run into this one, I cleanse that up. I know from 3:30 to the sunset, I'm feeling myself. So I know somebody gonna get a phone call and get something crazy said to him. And then Allah say, go on, lay down again. And then in the late night hours, I'm really feeling myself. So please don't answer the call if I call you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna need another one right after that conversation with you. Then I gotta cleanse that off. See, Allah put those in play for you and me. That's why the minister said he's hitting the hammer on the nail on Abdul Malik and every other person who's in leadership position right now and those who are under them. All of us are guilty of what he said. But that prayer and that fasting, I'm telling you, help you, man. It help you a lot. I ain't say it's going to empty all your garbage, but it's going to empty 90% of it. And that's enough for a lot to fly with you. Come on, you dirty boy. Let's go. And run with you.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Sister Sandra Lewis. Sandra X Lewis. Come on with the next one.
Right.
The Swan Song.
When I gave up my music.
We can't see it. Okay, go ahead.
I was in the Borscht Circuit in New York, upstate. And I said, well, the messenger gave me 30 days to get out of music or get out of the temple. I took 30 steps. And I said, well, I can live without music, but I can't live without the truth. I want you to hold up onto those words. I cannot live without the truth. And you cannot live with a bunch of lies that you tell or are telling or listening to. That's why Paul said, prove all things and hold fast to what is good, what is true, what is right. No lie should enter your ear without some God standing at your ear like a God standing at the door of a vault of riches. The truth is our life itself. I'm saying that to say that I should shorten it up because I ain't got all day. But God is taking me this way, and I want you to look at the swan song here. That's a lot of notes. I don't need them. Because I knew God was going to help me deliver this message today. I want you to hold on to those words. I can't live without the truth. You got a no good man by your side. See, you can live without him. And if you got a no good woman by your side, you don't fall in love so stupid that you can't walk away. when truth is not a part of your journey of life.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. The scripture says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The minister said, I can live without the music, but I can't live without the truth. Now, each one of us have to look in the mirror and see what's impeding our progress, and ask yourself, can you live without that which is impeding your progress? Or can you live without the truth? That's something that you got to do, because all of us got our own impediments that is keeping us from being at one with Allah. So you got to wrestle with that. Everyone all over America. And I'm telling you, Allah said, I wouldn't even care for you if it wasn't for your prayers, meaning that I ain't going to help you overcome no obstacles if you ain't bowing down. I'm not going to help you with the impediments that you have that's other than the music industry that the minister was in. I'm not going to help you. I'll crush you. And people will learn from you of what not to do. I don't want to be that type of example. And you shouldn't either. So prayer and fasting is what is going to make you overcome. Man, I ain't ready for that yet. You're not ready for it because you're in love with your whore. You're in love with her. That's a bad word. No, that's what tricks do.
Ooh, come on now.
That's what Johns do. It's not a woman. Your whore is the plate.
Teach.
She get more. That plate get more attention than your wife. You cheating on your wife, or both of y'all cheating because you eating together. Both of y'all cheating on each other.
Lord have mercy.
This right here. I ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But if someone told you they'd give you $1,000 if you fast every week for 3 days, you would do it religiously. You'll catch Brother Abdul Malik. Man, I still wouldn't do it. I'll give you $10,000. That makes you make $40,000 a month if you fast for 72 hours. And we're going to check your blood after every 72 hours. We'll check your blood and see if there's food in you. And if it is, well, you're disqualified. So you can't cheat. So don't tell me you're not ready. You is ready. The price, the ticket just ain't heavy enough for you. But I'm only saying this because I don't want you to catch cancer or diabetes and stuff and you get killed. Because the minister said you're going to get killed. You better get this. Life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad ain't no slogan, bro. And it has to be actual facts in your life in order for you to be effective. Come on, Sister Sandra. I ain't hurt nobody, Emma.
No, sir. You're telling the truth.
All right. I won't hurt nobody. This is a swan song.
Had received so much from God in the way of knowledge. And then they turned away from God and used the skill and wisdom that God gave them to trick people into sin. So now Satan has to be exposed. The liar has to be exposed. the lie must be exposed by the truth. So don't tell me, brothers or sisters, that you love Farrakhan, but you hate me for telling the truth. It don't work like that. The Holy Quran teaches us, had we wished to take a past time from before ourselves, we would have done it. Nay. We cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Brains is real. Falsehood is false. But the brain that's using falsehood is real. God wants to knock out the brains of Satan, the brains of the devil, and the brains of those of us who have bowed down to Satan and have become a devil ourselves. So, your brother, speaking now of myself, I was looking for somebody from the time I was a little boy that would stand up for black people. I wasn't faking that. I cried myself to sleep nights reading about the lynching of our brothers and sisters in the South. And though I was living in Boston and I was an Episcopalian, I asked my preachers and my Sunday school teachers, I heard that God delivered this one and that one. Is there a deliverer for us? I'm a boy, 7 years old. I'm in love with God. My mom didn't tell me love God. My nature told me. Yeah, I'm going to finish my points. You need to use the restroom, you can't do it on yourself. So I love you all so much, man. It's so beautiful.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Praise due to Allah. All praises are due to Allah.
We can't hear you, sir.
Let me show you something right quick.
Yes, sir.
This will help me make the point.
Thank you all for your patience. We appreciate you coming out tonight. You all look so beautiful. How's everybody doing?
Fine, all praise be to Allah and yourself.
How are you, sis? Trying to make sure that brain is staying right.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. Just to say it for us. Yes, ma'am.
Gotta stay focused.
Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you something. You remember the minister said, you can't say you love Farrakhan, but you hate me for telling you the truth. This was in 1987, 35 years ago. He said this, and ain't nobody, everybody, you love him, you say you do, but nobody ever did this. And a lot of people died who were 19 at this time, got their feet cut off, got their hands cut off, had strokes, heart attacks. He told you this in 1987, and you love him with your mouth. But when he told you to do this 35 years later, you still ain't did it. Can't say you love him and then hate him when he tell you the truth.
Allah can help you to keep this going. And if you don't have the strength to call on your God, you really don't believe he exists, you better get the hell away from me. I don't want to see you in the final call again after the night. If you can't pray, if he's too weak of God for you to believe in and call on, then don't walk with me. Because you're a hindrance to me. I only want God-fearing people walking with me. I don't want women. I don't want no damn gangbangers that think this is a glorified disciple gang. We disciples, but we not no damn gangs. We are men and women of God. That's what gives us the power to withstand the enemy, not no guns. But you don't have enough guns to stop that white man when he will come out after you. But if you got God on your side, then you can make it anytime. So if you can't pray, I think this is the end for us. Go your way, and I'll go mine. Don't come here no more. Don't bother with me. Leave me alone. Talking to Muslims. I don't want to see you anymore. If you can't recognize God, then you can't recognize me. You're a liar if you say I'm your man and God is greater and you won't call on him, then you're a hypocrite when you say you love me. You don't love me if you can't love God. And the day of hypocrisy and game playing is all over.
Lord have mercy. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
People who feel
All praises due to Allah.
Play that video. No, I don't need it. How you say you love Farrakhan, but you hate me for telling you the truth. 35 years ago, he told you to pray. 35 years later, you ignored him. Now you got Malik in the team pushing a hard line on prayer and fasting, and you frown upon us. All we doing is saying what he told you to do 35 years ago. And some of you who was there then you done had strokes, you done died, you did this, you heard this too. You heard all of this. Some of you boast about being in the nation for 30 and 40 years. You heard that. You got high blood pressure, strokes, and all that. You just killed yourself. He tried to get you away from him then. So he didn't have to witness doing your janazah.
That would have mercy.
But you stayed over here now. Ishmael got to do all these janazahs and everybody doing all of this. This is ridiculous. The minister said, you can't say you love me, but you hate me when I tell you the truth. I told you to pray. Told you to pray way back when. I told you to fast. You ignored me. You love me because you like walking around me thinking you're a big shot because you rolling with me. But you're a weak link. You can't even fight in heaven with me. And I don't know who you're going to fight on earth because them white folk come over and shoot all of us and kill us all dead in seconds. So you can't be training to fight in the war of Armageddon. You run around here doing all kinds of physical training. You're a dead man messing with these white boys. He'll blow you down. You can't even hurt nobody in the street. They'll blow your brains out.
Yes, sir.
If you pray and fast, then Allah will put the same hedge of protection around you He did Job. and Satan will pass you by. How's the death angel going to pass you by? We supposed to have an X on our doorpost so that the death angel will pass us by. The X ain't no X of blood, the blood of the Lamb. The X is prayer and fasting.
Yes, sir. Come on now, teach, brother.
All praise is due to our brother.
But you just sat here and lost your way and y'all dying, breaking our hearts because we loved you. You dying for all these ailments. Got to be more careful. Allah says, I'm not changing the condition of a people until the people willing to change themselves. If you ain't willing to pray and fast and you telling Allah, I'm good, I can handle this, then now we got it. Why don't you just go join the church so we don't have to do the janazah because you quitting on us. You quitting on us. Just fall out, man. You quitting on us. You got no fight in you. The minister gave us all the ammunition to get right. Will of God part 1, will of God part 2, building the will. All of these will powers that will make you prayer and fasting easy for you to do if you had studied the teachings, but you never studied it. Just like some of y'all who say it's doing weird stuff over there. Oh, that's not what the messenger said. You just ignorant. The people go and do some shepherdizing cases and find out you lied to the people. Holding people and fasting over there with Abdul Malik ain't the teachings of the Most Honorable Muhammad. Then we bring case law on you and bust you. Killed all those people. Sister Sandra X Lewis. Please. Come on with it.
I really want you to understand prophets of God are not your enemies, but they are your correctors. Don't tell me that you are so arrogant that God can't send somebody to correct you. And some of you scared of people of power, but God don't give a damn about that. And he'll punish you or me if I have a mission and all of a sudden I get terrified because the people I'm sent to warn them and correct them, they might kill me. One thing you should know, you're going to die anyway. And some of you are dying faster than you should by the way you live. So don't be angry with me. I'm going to die too, but it ain't now. It ain't now. So don't come here. Don't come here crying over Farrakhan. I ain't gonna see him no more. Yeah, for a while, I'll be out of your sight. For a while. I'm gonna tell you about it. The enemy don't want me to go where I'm going. And neither do the hypocrites. So there's a death plot hatched by the government to be carried out by my own people. Well, do you think that I'm afraid? Listen to me. Why don't you walk in my shoes for a day? If the government can't frighten me, and the Jews and their power can't frighten me, how the hell you think you gonna scare me with a gun? See, if you hate me that much, that you want me dead, sing. Because it's your song now. If you want death for me, the angel of death is already on your ass.
Allahu Akbar. That's real.
Allahu Akbar.
Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Oh yeah.
When I met Elijah Muhammad, first when I was 19, I heard that God had raised a messenger. I walked down the street and tears were in my eyes. And I asked God, why didn't you choose me? You know I love my people. And as fast as I thought that, I said, oh. He came in 1930. I wasn't even born. Look at my next thought. Let me go find him and offer him my life. See, this ain't no damn game that I'm playing, man. And you can't play no game with this. Because if you're playing a game, I'm singing your swan song. Now I want you to listen to me good, because I'm coming to the government of America. Just be patient, because you can't walk in my shoes. He made me to walk in shoes that he made for me.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
All praise be to Allah.
All praises due to Allah. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. God sent someone to correct you, and you reject him. Malik, the servant of the king, did something that nobody ever had been done before. Correcting you on your prayer and fasting to make you a better servant to the king. Because I am a servant to the king. And you get mad at me and say it sounds like you're bashing authority. Never heard of it before. And all I said was pray, fast, and fish. 3 things that you ain't doing. You don't know if we ain't praying. You're ignorant. You got an attitude. You can't be praying because it humbles you. You should know the believers, for they walk the earth in humility. So I know you're not praying, and you're fat in the face, neck fat, you fat, stroke, you can't fight, you're out of shape. I know you ain't fasting. So I'm just giving you some things to get you in shape so you can be a better servant to the king.
Yes, sir.
Why would he be? He said, I'm talking to the Muslims, specifically to you and me. So I started a process and I started giving you something. I ain't trying to correct you. I'm trying to pull your coattail on something. You sound like you're bashing authority. Out of your mind.
That's right.
Out of your mind. But the leader tell me to push forward, go.
Wow.
I push the door. I don't push myself.
That's right.
I push the door. I horsey back on the door. I camel back on the door.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to sit here quote stuff that he said. No, I'm going to show his saying because your quote don't have the impact of what he said.
That's right.
You quoting it ain't no damn impact. That ain't nothing. You play the video.
That's right.
Public speaking consists of three things: 7% word, 38% sound, and 55% body language.
That's right. Come on.
You reading it ain't getting but 7% of the impact.
Teach.
Show the damn video. Let him speak for himself. So the people can get 100% of what he's trying to say. It's ridiculous. And then you want to kill the minister. He said, y'all, my own people trying to kill me, man. In 2022, he said that. 2022? His own people? That's because you ain't praying and fasting. That's why you feel like that. You got no connection to God. But like he said, them 5,000 havoc-making angels are going to get in your ass.
Yes, sir.
And Allah going to say it wasn't you who slew them. It was I who slew them at your hands because I hope it be me to catch
you. Yes, sir.
How many more do we have, Sister Sandra? Come on with it. Hope I ain't boring you all.
Oh, no, sir.
Oh, sir. Never that, sir.
Who's there?
Peace, family. Before we begin this video, I'd like to invite you out to the study group that you see displayed on your screen. Put in the number, followed by the pen, and come study with us. Self-improvement, the basis for community development, as taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you for watching. Let's get to the video.
In section 23 of your Muhammad Ali translation, chapter 2, verse 183. O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may guard against evil. You can't guard against evil, brothers, with a weak will. I mean, that's clear, isn't it? Evil makes a pull on you. The only way you can stop doing evil, you have to have a strong enough desire or will to overcome it. And how do you develop the will to overcome evil? By the practice of fasting. Notice it is called a prescription. Chapter 2, verse 183. Chapter 2, verse 183. In the Yusuf Ali translation, the verse may be one verse different, but if you have it, it's either 182 or 184 in the Yusuf Ali. You got it? Okay, let's move on. You know what a prescription is? It's for people who are what? Why are black people sick? It's because their will to resist evil is weak. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will what? How many of us resist it? See, we do that thing in church. We talk that. When the Jews attacked Brother Farrakhan, and they really attacked me. Yes, I didn't attack them. They attacked me. That's right. So viciously, particularly in Los Angeles. That's right. They expected that with the barrage of propaganda that they put down, threatening my life, that I would run and hide. They felt that if they talked about me like they did, I wouldn't even be willing to show my face. Just the opposite took place. They presented me with a difficulty. A difficulty that I really didn't want. But it's a difficulty that my love for Reverend Jackson got me involved in. And once I got involved, it was too late. And I'm not the kind of brother that back down, even though I may be scared. I call on God to overcome the fear, but I'm going to face this difficulty. Now, once I got in it, and I knew that my position was principled and it was correct, then I cannot back down if I'm right. So now a fight is on. Everybody that weakened and would not face that difficulty in that hour, they lost. And in that hour, I gained because I faced the difficulty. And the difficulty did not extinguish the light of my desire to deliver black people. This is why opposition comes. Opposition comes, it is a gift from God to bring out of you what is in you. Without opposition, you don't know what you are. Have you seen people in the gym shadow boxing? I mean, it looks so good. Put somebody in front of them, all that shadow by you wonder where all that pretty move went. They lost it all. An opponent knocked them out in the first round. You don't know what you are without opposition. God has always given his prophets opposition to test their faith and to strengthen their will. And when your will is strengthened and your faith in God is strengthened, there is nothing that you cannot do. And so Paul said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Do you know what that means? He said, I can do some things. He said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Then he turns around and said, all things are possible. Nothing impossible with Christ. You really believe that? Then what are you backing out of struggle for? You want difficulty. Because when you get a difficulty and you face it with God, you overcome it and you become a better person as a result. Now, how are you going to do that without strengthening your will? And what better way to strengthen your will than to challenge what is natural in you? My body and your body needs water. We need food, brother. God knows we need food. Now, when you can look at a plate and know you're hungry and say, I will not eat tonight. The stomach start growling and the food smell extra good. Testing your will, see? And you say, well, maybe I'll eat tonight. Nobody gonna know. See, you ain't cheating on somebody else. When you break the fast, you're not cheating on somebody else. You're cheating on yourself. You say, well, nobody saw me. Nobody saw me. I ate all day long. And I was supposed to be fasting. Nobody saw me. Did you see yourself? Then you missed out on a wonderful opportunity to strengthen your own will and to develop the power to resist. That's why black people have not overcome as of yet, because the will to overcome is very weak in us. We do things when it's a crisis. When the crisis comes, we all rally around, and if you don't keep that thing hot, brother, people, even though they love you, if it's too long, like if we can do it by 9:30 tonight, well, I don't have to stand out in the cold on a picket line. You know what I mean? You know, it's getting cold, and brother, I can hear him. I'm with you, brother Fabian. But let's get it over quick. Because I heard it's going to be below zero today. See, we don't want nothing that is protracted. Don't keep it going too long. And that's why white folks, when they talk to these people when they're holding hostages, they always try to gain a time advantage. Send somebody to deal with your mind while they gain a time advantage. Because they know if they can keep you from doing what you said you was going to do in 6 hours, get on to deliver by 9:15, I'm killing everybody. Then, for God's sakes, hold up. I mean, we're going to accommodate you, but give us a little more time. Once you make the first accommodation, they know they'll continue to weaken your will. See, it's a mind game. It's a battle of wits and it's a battle of will. And that's what you're involved in. When you talk about liberation, you're talking about a battle of wills. Your will to be free against the oppressor's will to keep you in a state of oppression. Fasting is a prescription to develop your will. And if you will not take this prescription, you will not develop the strength of your will to resist all difficulties and overcome.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Praise.
Oh, praise be to Allah. That's the minister.
Allahu Akbar.
To us.
Surah 2:183. Fasting is prescribed for you. Now the question is, are you sick?
Yes, sir.
Then why you say this too much for you? You ain't ready for this. Because you love your sickness. This minister said, this builds your will. Didn't I just talk to us about the will? Building the will, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. The will of God, 1, 2, 3, in study guide 1 through 18. We just talked about this. But you don't even want to strengthen your will. The minister said it. I'm going to stand on your neck from here out until ain't no more, y'all. That's the end. Oh, go get the other people. Go get the other people. We do that too. I can walk in true bubble gum. I can get the other people and get you too. So yes, either you're going to roll with the Messiah or you're not. Man telling you since 1988, he told you to do that. It's 34 years later, and I'm looking at the same people I see in that audience. Ain't thought about big old fat cheeks. You better fight for your life, man. Oh, man, the minister said, get away from me, but they still stay around. Damn, man. It's just sad, man. It's sad, man. It's a prescription. You won't even take the prescription. And you say, Assalamu alaikum. You won't even fight. You got no fight in you. You get sick, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Catch cancer, say fast for 30 days. You die in 2 weeks. You catch diabetes, I say, brother, get on here and pray and fast. Fast, I need my medicine. You got examples from people all over here. You catch cancer, anything, whatever you catch, high blood pressure, you still over there sneaking around eating chicken and all kind of stuff. No, your blood pressure can't take it. Now you have a massive heart attack and blood clot. You're dead. I ain't nothing to say to you, man. Save your life. I ain't all y'all over here. You over here because Allah selected you all. You're not elected. You're selected to be examples for all those out there. So all of you who were here and you fall off, shame on you because Allah had you to help millions of people and you fell off. And now you over there and I'm doing it by myself. You're a liar, man. You're a liar. And Allah was going to use you to help save his people and you fall out. You need to get back up again. All of you. You know who I'm talking about. All of you fallouts. You're disgusting. You can't help the minister. You weren't helping him before this. Then you got in a position where you can help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and you fell out. You're playing the agent. You're playing the devil's angel. It's disgusting. Wow. You need to slap the hell out of yourself and get back on your post. Because prayer and fasting is the tool to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You don't need nobody to go get some money. And you ain't got no connection with God. You don't need to have 5, 8, 10, 25, 80,000 FOI who don't even come to class. Don't pray or fast, but you send money in. What is wrong with you? You need to come over here and get yourself nurtured back because you're a dead man. That's why you ain't doing nothing. I don't want you to be like that. I want to see you come on up. Prayer and fasting makes superstars. Can't you see? May Allah continue to bless you all. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Brother Minister.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Allahu Akbar.
Do you have that slide to join? Allahu Akbar. We want to thank everyone for coming out today. We appreciate you for joining us on Facebook, on Zoom, YouTube, wherever you join us from. We ask you, if you would like to join us, if you need help with losing cancer, losing diabetes, losing weight, losing stress, losing high blood pressure, please text your name and your phone number to me, Sister Majida. My phone number is area code 818-614-1902. Again, please text your name and phone number to 818-614-1902. Get your God game up. Come over here. We will welcome you. We love you. Brother Abdul Malik would love to mentor you over here in the Spiritual Dojo. Assalamu alaikum. We love you, family.
Wa alaikum salam.
Prayer time.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim الصراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.